Now we will see how to add expenses. Right now we are on the main dashboard. From there we go to the group that we want to add expense in. So our group right now is the test group 1. We click on it and then we come to the group dashboard, and there it shows the name of the group on top, and below that in the menu we see add expenses. When we click on it, we come to this form wherein you first choose the category by selecting one of these entries from the drop down, and let's say the total amount was 6,000. The group currency is already chosen at the time of creation of the group. Now we enter the expense incurred date. Note that it is not the date on which you are making the entry in the app, but it is the date on which the expense was incurred. So when you click on it, you can select any date uh, before today and include today also. So let's say we select 21st of June, and next we come to the place where we entered who paid for that expense. So either you can select a single payer or multi-payer expense. Once you select a single payer expense, you click and you can select who was the payer. And in case if you're selecting multiple pairs, in that case you can add the pairs like this by clicking on the add pair button, and from there you can add who paid for it, and you have to add the amount that was paid by that person. Say member A paid 2,000, member B paid 4,000, but in this case you have to validate that the sum of the amounts that you entered is equal to the total amount spent that you entered on top. So for that, you click on the black button. It says payment sum matches total. So suppose by mistake you had entered a wrong amount, and then you try to validate, it gives you a warning. It says sum must match total amount. So let's correct our mistake. So you see, again when you click on it, that warning vanishes. So right now for simplicity's sake, let's say select single payer and say member A paid for it. And next comes the section where you decide how this particular expense will be split, whether it will be split among all members or specific members of the group. Now, if you are selecting all members, then it will be split naturally among all the members. If you are selecting specific members, then this is how you can add uh, specific members. Select member B, then click add button on the right. Select member C, add button. Like that you can keep adding. You can also add all the members like this, or you can select specific members. And if you want to delete any member, you just have to click on the red cross button. So like that. So for simplicity's sake, let's assume we split among all members. And the next section is where you want to say how the expense is being split, whether it is being split equally, whether it is split by percentage, or whether it is split by amount. So if it is equal, naturally it will be divided equally among all the members. If it is split by percentage, then you have to enter how much percentage of this particular expense will be borne by member A, B, and C. Let's say member A bears 30%, member B takes 50%, and member C bears 20%. So then you click the done or validate split button. Once you click that, it says split logic validated. That means the sum 30 plus 50 plus 20 becomes 100. Suppose by mistake you entered some other amount, some other percentage value for member C, and then you try to validate, it says this must be 100. That means 100%. Okay, so we correct our mistake by going back there and again validating it, and that warning vanishes. Now, when you go to the amount tab, then you fill in what amount of this expense will be borne by member A, B, and C. Our total amount, as you know, is 6,000. Let's say member A takes 2,000, member B bears 3,500, and then member C bears 500. So that total becomes equal to 6,000. So let's validate again. When you're doing percentage or amount, you have to click on the done or validate split button. When you click on it, it says split logic validated. That means the sum of these three amounts is equal to the total amount of the expense. Now, suppose by mistake you entered some other amount, either less or more, so that the sum is not equal to 6,000, and then you validate. It says the total must be 6,000. So again, you go out there and you correct your mistake like this, and then you say done, validate, and then you click on the green button which says save expenses. So it gives you a message that the entry is saved successfully. Now you go to the group dashboard and you can see that right now we are logged in as member A, and it says to member A that you have to get 3,500 from member B and 500 from member C. Next, we will go to the login page of member B and see what it says over there. So now we are on the group dashboard of member B, and we can see the group's name is test group 1, and it says to give to member A 3,500 rupees. So this is how it reflects on various members group dashboard. They are shown how much amount they owe to whom, or how much amount they have to get from whom. And when you go to the main dashboard, it says the global to get and to give amount. That means if a user is a member of multiple groups, then it gives overall among various groups how much the member has to get or to give. So that is how you add an expense. Thank you.